Right Side Nation, what's good? It's Mike Hanley here with RightSideNews.com. It's August the 21st. Just wanted to hop on, cover a few current events that I thought were, let's say, interesting, to say the least. I don't know if that's really the word that I'm looking for, but believe me, there are some topics here that you all have to see, and it is, I mean, you can't come up with it, you can't make it up. I mean, how on God's given earth, I mean, how these people get through life. Some of these people just out of their goddamn minds, okay? Just out of their freaking minds. So I'm gonna go ahead, flip over, and show you exactly what I'm talking about, and see if you guys are with me. I'd love to see some responses on this video because I mean, can you even like? All right. Enough already. Okay, enough already from me. I'll just leave it to the videos, and you can decide for yourself. All right. So, a new medical headline to be more inclusive to the LGBT. Now we're going to use QIA. I thought it was just LBGT community, but now we got QIA. Somebody fill me in. What the heck does this even mean? We need to quit using the term vagina. Instead, use the term front hole. So, I mean, God forbid you use the term penis or vagina. Now we're just going to say front hole. And what are we going to start saying for the butt? Are we just going to say the back hole? I mean, this, what is this? What train of thought? Like, where is this? I don't know. I mean, okay. So that's one. That's number one. I mean, God almighty. The next one, this might even be, this is even better. This is even better, folks. Let me tell you. I'm going to go ahead and flip over real quick. And this one, this will really get you. This will really get you. So we're saying ecosexual professors are now having sex with trees. Here's the thing. When did people start having sex with trees? Number one. Okay? I mean, when did this ever start happening? And this is an academic article. People are having encounters with the natural environment. Okay, look, I am all for being out in the wild. I'm all for camping and hiking. In fact, my brother lived in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and it was one of the best experiences that I've had. In fact, I got sober about 11 months ago, almost 12, so I almost have a year's sobriety. So I'm excited about that. But it was great. I mean, it was wonderful out in Wyoming. I I hiked, I went mountain biking, I did a rope swing. I mean, I did all this stuff and it was great. It was great. And he camped out pretty much most of the summer, if not all of the summer, and there was a stream out by the campsite. So we'd actually go down there and like wash off and shower in the campsite. So I understand being out in nature, having that freedom, that sense of calmness in the environment. I mean, these ladies and these men, the professors who are ecosexuals, they're having unconsented sex with trees. I mean, how do the trees feel about this? They can't speak. I mean, are these trees now being raped by these people? Is this what we've gotten to? I mean, the logic here of the left and some of these people and some of these groups, I just can't grasp it. So now it's okay to have sex with trees, but the trees, they can't give consent. So then, therefore, are they being raped? I don't know. I would say probably at this point, the ecosexuals now they're raping trees. I mean, can you believe this? This God Almighty. All right, we're gonna flip to another one here. This is the other one. Ecosexuals boast of masturbating under waterfalls and fucking trees to save the planet. So people are now defining their sexuality as ecosexuals, and they are masturbating under waterfalls? Another one, these waterfalls, they can't consent. I'm telling you, it's rape. It's rape. You can't do it. If you are having sexual intercourse with something that cannot give consent, therefore, I am deeming it as rape, especially if it's a tree, okay? The waterfall might be a little bit different because you're underneath a waterfall. Maybe they're doing it to themselves. I don't know. But when you're having sex with a tree, rape, okay? Final answer. Final answer. God almighty. I mean, this stuff, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling that we actually have professors in academic circles that are considering themselves ecosexuals, and they are masturbating under waterfalls, and they are having sex with trees, okay? I just can't even, I just don't even know where to go. Okay, so those were the two things that I wanted to start this video off with because I just couldn't grasp it. I can't understand it. I mean, am I the only one out there? You know, it's really interesting. During the 2016 election, my buddy, who I'm close friends with, who actually works with me on RightSideNews.com, he's at P Crapidy, and that's at PCRAPIDY. Follow him. He's hilarious. It's his icon is a picture of Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. And I was listening to the media, and I just couldn't understand like what the media was putting out. It was so much propaganda. It was so much nonsense. I was starting to think that I was going crazy. I really was concerned with myself about what, like, am I out of my mind? Like, am I the only one that thinks this way? And he pointed me toward Reddit. T_D, the Donald. Okay? The Donald. It's the best sub on Reddit. I love it. I'm on there every now and again. But when I see this, it makes me go back to when it was the 2016 before I had discovered the Donald subreddit. And I'm like back to that place all of a sudden because these people are having sex with trees and masturbating under waterfalls. So I don't know, okay? It's highly questionable. Ever seen that show on ESPN, Highly Questionable? It's pretty funny. But I wanted to put these two things out there as something that I find funny, but albeit also I feel like noteworthy because of where the left is going and kind of these ideas and this logic and this train of thought that just continues to just absolutely blow my mind. And I have no concept of where this thought pattern or thought process comes from. I can't grasp it. I'll be honest, I don't want to grasp it. I'm not really open to it, but I can't get it. So if somebody could please help a brother out, that would be wonderful. So here's the next clip, and this is from Al Sharpton of MSNBC, perhaps the biggest race baiter that we have in this country. And he thinks that he speaks for a lot of black people. And apparently he is really good friends with Aretha Franklin, who unfortunately passed away, who was the Queen of Soul. Trump tweeted out that he was sorry to hear about her loss because she was so gifted. And I kind of want to flip over and show a little bit on Mr. Al Sharpton. This guy's genius. He is top of the line. I don't know where he was educated, but let me tell you, high quality education. All right.
You know what they say about payback? It's a real, well, I'm sure you know the word I'm thinking of. So in the words of my late friend Aretha Franklin, show some RESPICT.
You big dummy. No wonder why you don't have respect for nobody, because you don't even know how to spell it. So I can't expect you to have it. You need to be hooked on phonics. Now, listen here. So not only are you a poverty pimp, not only are you a race baiting pimp, but you are a big dummy. You don't know how to spell. Boy, you need to go to bed. Al, you are so dumb. Come on now. Come on now. Shoot.
It's RESPECT. I mean, and that is like the song of Aretha Franklin. That is the song, RESPECT. And he says RESPICT. I mean, this guy, just like Terrence Williams says, we're supposed to have respect for this guy. And Terrence Williams called him a race-baiting pimp. I mean, I can't go that far, but I'll let him. But this is for real. Like, this is the guy that some people follow in the African-American community. And notice I say some people in the African-American community follow him. And he can't even spell respect. So let's have a little bit of respect for ourselves and get real here, folks. Okay? Let's get real. Come on. Come on. Flipping back over. So this is a little bit more newsworthy in terms of the commentator. And so this lady starts talking about Donald Trump, and then she hops in and listen to the words she's talking about. This is in regards to Mollie Tibbetts, who is a girl, I believe, in Iowa, who was abducted, I believe, raped, and killed by an illegal alien. And I'm going to show you some background on that. But I want to just show you the insensitivity and just the tone and the audacity that these people have in their view on the world and on politics. So let me just go ahead and throw this on. It starts talking about first Trump and his Hollywood tape. So listen in.
The fact that he was even sworn in as president after the Access Hollywood tape let me know for a fact that the Republican Party is actually not working on behalf of the American people. They are working on behalf of Donald Trump. And he's been able to bully them into their silence. And I don't think that today changes much, unfortunately. I'm sure we'll hear what he has to say about this at his rally. But Fox News is talking about, a girl in Iowa and not this, right? And tomorrow morning, we know he'll wake up and tweet and sort of, besmirch the reputation of Michael Cohen and all the people around him and really go back to Mueller. And this is obviously going to boil down to Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama.
So first I want to go to the point that she talks about Donald Trump, the head of the Republican Party, that Trump is, or the Republican Party is working for Trump. The people were the ones who voted for Donald Trump. So how could the Republican Party be working for Donald Trump? Donald Trump, in fact, is working for the people. That's how our republic works. That's how the democracy works. So there's a lot of fallacy in her comment and in her argument. The other one, she's talking about Mollie Tibbetts, that Fox News is talking about this girl in Iowa. Yeah, the girl that was abducted, raped, and killed. She was a student. She was a college student by an illegal alien. She was killed. Here's a picture of her, as a matter of fact, a beautiful young lady. And now she's separated from her family forever, and she was murdered by an illegal immigrant. And here is this guy's picture. So this guy abducts, kills, and murders a young lady who's a college student, has the world in front of her, and now she can't fulfill that life. She can't fulfill the person that was trying to be, looks like a sweet young lady. And now we have this illegal immigrant who shouldn't have been in our country anyways. And we have a commentator on MSNBC who is talking about, oh, this girl in Iowa. So, I think we need a reality check. I understand how she was saying that Fox News maybe isn't talking about Manafort and Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen. I understand maybe that Fox News should be covering that more. I haven't really been tuned into Fox News because I also think that Fox News propagates a bit, but nowhere near close to what CNN does, MSNBC, and a lot of the other media outlets. And then, last of all, we have Trump's comment. And the latest news is that the NFL will not be broadcasting the national anthem.
You're proud of our country. You're proud of our history. And unlike the NFL, you always honor and cherish our great American flag.
So that was kind of Trump's blast on the NFL, that they won't be broadcasting the playing of the national anthem before NFL games. And I think there's part of the reason. I think, number one, I think ESPN, as part of the mass media and the overall propaganda machine that is the fake news media, wants to essentially help eliminate patriotism in this country. I don't think that they like patriotism. I think that they want to slowly rip away the pride that people have in this country. So essentially, people won't know what it really means to be an American and to have pride and to have hope and have faith in our fellow Americans, in our country, in our government, and also how our government is going to handle itself, not only here, but abroad. That I believe that they want to dismantle, and they don't want Americans to be proud. Number two, I think the other reason why the ESPN doesn't want to show players kneeling is because it's bad PR for the NFL. And I think more people that tune in and see people kneeling, it turns them off to the NFL. Honestly, I'm not even really an NFL fan anymore. I used to be. I used to always watch the games on Sunday, but to be completely honest, I don't really care anymore. It just doesn't do it for me. So, you have the NFL that is, I believe, has a major problem on their hands. And I think it may even be worse that people don't even get to see the national anthem. So now, number one, they're not going to see people kneeling to the national anthem, but they're not even going to broadcast the playing of the national anthem. So this is just a short video. I want to go ahead and put this together. The tagline is "Say What?" because I am confused about some of what's going on. Early on, started with a couple funny things, and then I kind of moved into a few more serious situations. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in. My name is Mike Hanley with RightSideNews.com. Thank you, Right Side Nation. Don't be left, be right.